We often hear a lot of success stories about great people that we admire, from founders of great brands to influential personalities. We admire the great things that they have accomplished and achieved, and we sometimes wonder if we could ever attain such heights in our careers and endeavors. The truth is that whatever you hope to accomplish and the person you dream of becoming could become a reality if you are willing to give what it takes. The most common trait that runs across all successful people is self-discipline. The ability to steer yourself into doing the necessary things that are important to you even when you don't feel like it. It is the ability to forego short-term pleasure or endure short-term inconvenience in the pursuit of long-term gain. Self-discipline is the ability to push yourself to take certain actions regardless of how you're feeling, physically or emotionally. Self-discipline is a great tool to reach our goals, eliminate bad habits, develop good habits, and do what needs to be done at a particular time. Self-discipline is a bridge between where you are and where you aspire to be. How to develop self-discipline? Self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you work on developing it and using it, the stronger it will become. When starting to develop self-discipline, don't beat yourself up too much. See it as a process and something that you perfect over time. Set small goals and increase the level of challenge slowly over time. The more you practice, the better you'll become. Here are the steps to start developing your self-discipline. Number 1. Identify and write down clear goals. To start building your self-discipline, start by identifying the traits you want to start working on. It could be restraining yourself not to spend too much time on social media when you have more important things to do. Improving your reading habits, for example, reading one book a week. Eliminating excessive food consumption, waking up early, staying focused on a task till it is completed, etc. When you identify what you want to work on, write down your goal, how you want to achieve it, and the steps you need to follow through to accomplish it. For instance, if you want to build the discipline to stick to a strict workout routine, start by writing down how many hours you are going to put into it. Supposing you choose to dedicate 1 hour a day to working out, you need to identify how you're going to achieve it. You can choose to split the workouts into 2 sessions, which could be 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes before you go to bed. Then, you also need to write down the steps that you are going to take to achieve it, which could be setting an alarm to wake up at 5 a.m., following online workout videos step by step, or using workout books to exercise. Knowing what you want to build discipline around and drafting clear and defined goals is a huge step to improving on self-discipline. Number 2, find your motivation. Once you've chosen a goal, list the reasons why you want to achieve it. If your goal is to stay disciplined, to focus on growing your business, write down what motivates you. It could be satisfying people's needs, meeting and interacting with people, solving problems, or making more money. When you feel like relenting your efforts, take a look at your list and draw motivation from it. Number 3, identify obstacles. You need to identify the obstacles that you'll likely face when working towards your goal and devise a strategy for overcoming each one. For instance, if your goal is to save more money, the challenges you might face might be you always seeing flashy advertisements, both online and offline. Once you have identified this, you need to come up with a strategy to overcome the habit of spending too much. It could be to open a fixed savings account that won't allow you to access the funds until a specific period of time. This will aid you to save more and tame your urge to spend, as you won't be able to have access to your funds. Often, our self-discipline crumbles because we haven't identified the obstacles that we'll face and we haven't developed strategies to overcome them. When these obstacles show up, we are unprepared to deal with them, and this shakes our resolve. Don't skip this step. Number 4, replace old habits. When we're developing self discipline, we're often trying to break a bad habit and replace it with something more productive. However, if that habit is tied into a certain time of the day or routine, breaking it can leave a hole. If we don't replace that habit with something else, then its absence becomes even more noticeable. A good example is if you're trying to stop yourself from spending too much time on social media. You could set a timer each time you go online. It could be 10 minutes. Once the timer goes off, log out of your account and switch your focus to doing something more important, like reading a book, so that you won't stay idle. This will help to accomplish more productive things with your time. Number 5, monitor your progress. As you work on your self-discipline, pay attention to how you're feeling. As it develops and strengthens, you will be proud of yourself for what you were able to accomplish, even if you made little progress. Little progress is better than no progress. Implement keeping a journal to write down your self-discipline goals and to track your progress. This reinforces the positive changes that you're implementing in your life and gives you a record that you can look back on to see the progress that you've made. Over time, your self-discipline will strengthen and you'll be able to apply it to lots of other areas of your life. Self-discipline is the road you need to travel through in order to get to success. There are no shortcuts.